What's up, Ben?
How we doing, man?
Hey, you know, living it up. Combat Loop here. Now, I feel like you won your last fight that you were in. Coming to this one, you feel you're in the same spot that you're going to be at. You should have been in before. You're going to go against Trout. How's it feel? You ready for Trout?
Yeah, you know, I think everyone who watched that fight in Rome knows I won the fight. You know, I still should be sat here now as the world champion, but it is what it is. We move on to fight Austin. You know, I've had 3 fights in 8 months now, so I want to have a little bit of a break, hopefully, before we go to that, probably August time. I feel ready, you know. Austin, you know, I've got so much respect for him for what he's achieved in boxing and in bare knuckle, world champion in the weight above. But I think, you know, I've got what it takes to beat him. You know, I think I've got the power to stop him. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the challenge.
Ben, congratulations, Brian Stan with Fighting Lions Pod. You had a great win here against Soto, obviously, in the rematch. Yep. You had the knockdown that helped you out early on that first fight, and then he came on stronger later on. This one, you controlled it more throughout. What do you think was the big difference for you that you were able to, without even a knockdown, just do your thing the whole fight against Soto and never let him really get his feet under him?
You know, listen, I've got a hell of a coach called Craig Moffat, and he you know, I've referenced him before in Texas. You know, he gives me the game plan. The game plan tonight was use the jab. You know, I knew I'm a better boxer than Tony. And my fitness was there tonight because, you know, the first fight in Texas, I only had 8 days' notice before that fight. So, you know, Craig sent me out there with a game plan of using the jab, you know, creating my openings and being sharp all the way throughout. You know, I felt I followed the game plan well. The way I was fighting throughout the fight was good. You know, I didn't take too many shots and I was landing clean. I think on the shot stats I was sort of landing 4-1 throughout the fight. So it was clear. And, you know, I think in the later rounds it was just the fact that I had a camp, you know, and I've had, like I said, I've had 3 fights in 8 months now, camp back to back to back, and my fitness has sort of gone with that. So yeah, I feel like the fitness was due to the camp, but the control of the fight was due to the game plan of just working off the jab. You know, I knew I was a lot fitter and sharper, and you know, yeah, it was like I always say, Craig Moffat, the man with the plan.
So Ben Bonner, your first fight with Tony Soto, it was gritty, it was grimy, filthy, yep. And then your following 2 fights are very technical, yep. And you're trying to almost point fight with Tenaglia. With Austin Trout, do you think you can get away with that same style, or you're going to have to revert back to your style with Tony Soto?
No, listen, you know, I'm under no illusion the level of boxing IQ that Austin Trout has. You know, I'm not naive to the game. I've been in the fight game long enough. I know what Austin brings to the table. He's a hell of a technician. He's very good with his feet. You know, let's be honest, everyone in this room knows, there's only one way I fight that fight, and that's all out aggression. You know what I mean? Like I believe I'm that good of a fighter. I can change my style to match someone else's. If someone else is aggressive, I can box well. If they're not aggressive, I can be aggressive. You know, I believe I'm that good. I have the confidence in myself that I'm that good. With Austin Trout, there's only one way to fight him, and that's all out aggression. And that's what you're going to see on the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Ben the Bomber Bonner. Looking forward to that fight with Austin Trout. See if we can bring the gold home for him. Congratulations. Big win tonight, Ben. We know how hard you guys worked. All right. You got it, man.
The game with the people that writing the rules ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do. And lonely at the top, cause there ain't a lot of room. Ain't no other option, it's all I ever knew. So I'ma get it poppin', you know how I'ma do. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down